A saloon keeper turned his bar into a courtroom, his rulings into legend, and the law into whatever kept the whiskey flowing and the peace rough but real. Tonight we step into Jersey Lily Saloon with Judge Roy Bean, the man who brought order to a lawless stretch of desert, mostly on his own terms. Let's ride. (1896), Langtry, Texas, the dusty speck on the Rio Grande where the Pecos meets hell. A World Heavyweight Championship prize fight. Bob Fitzsimmons versus Peter Meyer. Banned everywhere else. Texas Rangers ride in to shut it down, but one man stands on the riverbank, 6-shooter on his hip, a tattered law book in his pocket, and a grin like a coyote. He moves the whole damn ring to a sandbar in the middle of the Rio Grande, technically Mexican soil, out of reach of rangers, sheriffs, or any real law. The fight lasts 95 seconds. Simmons knocks Mayer out cold. The crowd roars. Money exchanges hands. And the man who made it happen? Antley Roy Bean Jr., the self-proclaimed only law west of the Pecos. A saloon keeper turned his bar into a courtroom, his rulings into legend, and the law into whatever kept the whiskey flowing and the peace rough but real. You're listening to Blood on the Saddle, true stories of the hardest men who tamed or bent the American frontier. I'm your host, and tonight we step into Jersey Lily Saloon with Judge Roy Bean, the man who brought order to a lawless stretch of desert, mostly on his own terms. Let's ride. Act 1. The Forge. Born around 1825 in Mason County, Kentucky, youngest of 5 boys in a rough family. By 15, Roy's already west, following brothers down the Santa Fe Trail to Chihuahua, trading goods, dodging trouble. He kills a man in a duel or a fight, stores vary. He flees to San Diego, where brother Joshua's a mayor and a saloon owner. Roy inherits the place when Joshua's murdered in 1852. But trouble follows. Another duel, another narrow escape from a noose in 1857. The rope stretches, leaves him scarred and stiff-necked for life. A woman he loved cuts him down just in time. He never forgets that brush with death. He heads to New Orleans, then San Antonio, running freight, gambling, drinking heavy. By the early 1880s, he's drifting again. His wife left him, kids grown or gone, lands in Vine-Garoon, a tent city of railroad workers building the Southern Pacific across the Pecos. It's a rough place. Gamblers, thieves, killers. The nearest real court 200 miles away. Roy sets up a tent saloon, where the commissioners need justice of the peace for the new Precinct 6. Texas Rangers recommend him. August 2nd, 1882, he was appointed. He renames the spot Langtry after British actress Lily Langtry. He writes her fan letters, hangs her picture in the saloon, calls it the Jersey Lily. Never meets her, it doesn't matter. He's the law now. Let's take a rifle break. Men like Bean don't wait for permission. Frontier's empty? Fill it. No judge? Become one. He carried a single law book, the 1879 Revised Statutes of Texas, and when newer ones arrived, he burned them for kindling. The law was what he said it was. In a world gone soft on rules, remember, sometimes one strong man with a gun and a code is all it takes to hold the line. Act 2. The Crucible. Bean holds court right in the Jersey Lily. whiskey barrel for a bench, 6-shooter for a gavel. Jurors picked from his best drinkers, expected to buy a round every recess. No appeals, no hung juries. Fines go straight to his pocket. Famous rulings? One drunk drowns in the Pecos and finds $40 and a pistol on the body. He finds the corpse the $40 for carrying concealed. He uses the money for a burial. Another, Irishman Paddy O'Rourke shoots a Chinese railroad worker. A mob of 200 Irishmen surround the saloon, threaten to lynch Bean if he hangs their boy. Bean flips through his book. Homicide is the killing of a human being, he rules. I can't find no law against the killing of a Chinaman. Case dismissed. Crowd buys drinks all night. He sentences 2 men to hang in his career. One escapes the night before. Bean leaves the lock loose on purpose. Better a man runs than the town turns ugly. 1996 prize fight, biggest stunt. Boxing is illegal in Texas and Mexico. Bean invites promoters, sets it on the river sandbar. The Rangers arrive too late. The fight's over, the crowd's gone, Bean's pockets were full. He foils the law with a loophole and sheer brass. Let's take another rifle break. Here's the grit, brother. Bean wasn't pure. Drunk, bigot, opportunist, but in a desert full of outlaws, he brought something like order. Fines funded the town. Rulings scared the worst away. When chaos reigns, job gone, streets unsafe, rules ignored, sometimes you gotta be the man who says enough. Stand up, draw the line, even if it's crooked. Act 3, the cost and the crown. Bean holds office off and on till 1902. Loses elections, wins them back. He was never rich, and he was never soft. He died March 16, 1903, in his saloon after a bender. His lung and heart gave out. 78 hard years. He was buried in Del Rio, but his legend lives. Movies, books, tourists at the Jersey Lily Museum. He never hanged a soul, despite the nickname, the Hanging Judge. It was all theater. Real hanging was in his stare, his gun, his word. The reckoning. Listen close, men. Roy Bean was no saint. He was a gambler, a boozer, a con man with a badge. But west of the Pecos, where the law was a whisper and violence was a roar, he stepped into the void. He made rules where there were none. He protected the weak in his twisted way. He fought the Rangers with a sandbar and a grin. That's frontier justice. Perfect, brutal, but effective. Your lesson? When the world's lawless, don't wait for heroes. Become one. Even if it means bending the book a little. Next week, we chase a ghost of a man who lived by the gun and died by it. Billy the Kid. The boy outlaw who became a legend. Until then, stay hard, stay dangerous, and I'll see you on the trail.